This is Josiah Plays Divinity Original Sin 2. We're here in the treasure room in the Brachus Rex treasure vault. Let's see what's up with Gratiana's soul jar.
The jar before you may have looked opulent once, but no longer. Now it's covered in grime, its paint chipped away, and its jewels long stolen. The soul jar rocks slightly, light flashing from underneath its lid. On its rim, you can just barely make out the name Gratiana.
Press my hand against it.
As soon as you touch the jar's cracked surface, you see a vision of splendor, silks, fine food, and decadent lechery. But underneath it all lies bone and blood. The vision shifts. You see burning villages, slaughtered women and children. You see her, purging wand in hand, standing amongst it all. She throws her head back and laughter echoes in your skull.
Whoa, so Gratiana was hella evil.
A shadow falls across her, and you see a large, weeping face. She reaches out as if to comfort, but Brachus drags her back. You see her fall into the mire of the swamp, trapped. As you pull your hand away, you can feel a deep, longing sadness in your soul. Is it regret, or just sadness for a life that used to be?
I could absorb the soul inside, smash the jar, or take it in my backpack. I'm gonna take it.
Good find.
Oh, now I need to talk to my companions about this.
The terrible vision fades.
No one is beyond forgiveness. Whatever her sins, she can always redeem herself.
While she lived a selfish life, she seems to have repented. She should be forgiven. Whatever a person may have done in life, they can always be redeemed.
Interesting that Sibyl is for the redemption thing.
However her life began, it ended well. No one should be damned because of their youth.
So they're all on board with me. Interesting. Gratiana's soul jar, an ancient jar containing the ghastly shade of a soul. And I suppose I could drop this and destroy it anytime. What if I use it? What happens then? Community poison.
The jar sits still. It seems inert.
Let's leave it alone. So we have 3 more. Necromancer Gwick.
This jar glitters and glows. From within, you think you can make out the distant sound of laughter. With a jerk, your mind is pulled to a scene in a tavern. You see a dwarf in the center of the room, joking us all around roar with laughter. All bar the zombies, who are slavishly serving food and drink. The door opens, and a tall, beautiful woman stalks into the room. She's flanked by heavily armed guards. You can't make out her words, but see the fear in the dwarf's eyes. The dwarf mutters a word, and the undead lurch towards the intruder, but are cut down like wheat. The dwarf tries to run, pushing her friends into the woman's path, but is grabbed before she can escape. As she's dragged away to a tower, you hear her cursing Brachus Rex and his whore. Even when she's thrown inside and the door sealed, you can still hear her shouts. You pull your hand away from the jar, your head swimming. You can feel the dwarf's cold terror still twisting in your gut.
I'll take it.
Good find.
The vision fades.
Any sins can be forgiven under the right circumstances.
I've rarely seen such cowardice on display. Keeping the dead as slaves. What a disgusting display. She deserves every punishment she got.
Oh, so this time they are not for me forgiving this one.
She might seem a little rough, but her heart was clearly in the right place.
Alright, fair enough. Necromancer Rask.
The jar on the plinth before you seems ancient, but is in surprisingly good condition. It's covered in pictograms that you can't understand, but you're sure you just saw one of them move. The pictograms spin to life, and you're dragged into a dream. You see the lizards of the ancient empire turning their backs on you, casting you out into the wilderness.
Seems like Thane.
As you roam, the human apes turn away from you, all but one. One smiles, one opens his arms, one says he'll take you home. Brachus Rex. He promises power for a price. He picks off your golden scales, one by one, stripping you down to the bone. He promised you a crown, but all you got was shackles. You try to fight, try to reclaim what's yours, but a woman takes you by the hand and leads you to a tower. He promised he'd take me home, you cry. You are home, she smiles as she seals the door. This is where you belong.
So they all got locked in there.
Your hand drops away from the soul jar, your skin prickling. In the back of your mind, you hear a small, scared voice whimper before fading to nothing.
Take it.
Good find.
What do they have to say this time?
The long-dead lizard's visions fade.
Committed his crimes out of pain, not malice. He ought to be forgiven.
This is the price of pride and greed. The villain got what he deserved.
Osa's like thumbs down.
No amount of loneliness excuses wickedness. He helped a monster for selfish reasons.
In the end, he was brave enough to fight Brachus. That counts for something.
Thane is like, forgive all necromancers. And there's one left. And now I'm overburdened again.
The soul jar stands on its plinth, glowing softly. From within, you can almost hear the whisper of a voice.
Let's check it out.
You see, or rather, you feel, a far-off land. Frozen breath hangs in the air, pine needles brush your cheeks, and in your arms you can feel a weight. A body, dead. But you have hope. Your vision swims. You're older, but perhaps not wiser. You march at the head of a shambling host, the enemies of Brachus Rex melting before you. The scene twists again. Now Brachus stands before you, a beautiful woman at his side. You lash out in treasonous rage, but cold arms bind you. You're sealed away in a tower. Your screams fill the darkness.
It's not good.
You feel a jolt and open your eyes to see the soul jar before you, lying still in the vault. Your hand falls from the jar and grips the pillar as you try to calm your ragged breathing.
Take it.
Nice.
The necromancer's memories fade to black, but the feelings remain.
I'd forgive this soul. Punishment must fit the crime. This doesn't.
The memories of a necromancer. What could be more vile? Anyone who marches at the head of an undead host deserves whatever punishment they get.
It takes bravery to try and strike down an evil king. Perhaps especially one you once supported.
Spain is like, all necromancers are my homies. The other two are like, all necromancers suck, except for Gratiana, who we're cool with. Interesting.
I must say, I'm lacking skill. However, they are
A moment's pause. I had thought as...
I'd say we should stop to talk, but I'm swamped. Sure thing, Chief. What's up?
Okay. The bad news is I'm overburdened. The good news is I'm done with this location, and I'm really glad I came here before going to the tower where I'm going to meet these three. Because now I've got their soul jars with me. So that should give me a pretty good edge in any negotiations that may take place. They're like, blah blah blah, we're here to sass you. And I'm like, I have your soul jar, motherfuckers. What is up? And then they'll be like, oh shit, you have our soul jar. Shit, shit, shit. I think that's how it's gonna go, Josiah. It's how it could go. You don't know. Alright, I need to offload some crap onto, say, Sabil, who is carrying the least stuff. Let's give Sabil these soul jars. Or maybe make Sabille carry this tyrant set. Now she's carrying exactly 100. I think we have an excessive number of wands and staves. We should get rid of some of these. Yeah, we probably should. But not yet. We got a lot of treasure. Although, considering those massive piles of gold in there, the amount of actual gold we pulled out of that room is pretty small. So then we've got this creepy statue here in the Madman's Enclave.
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism.
Well, that's weird.
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword.
Seems like there should be something I can do here with this. Oh, there's a lever. Ah, and it gets rid of the special barrier, allowing me to leave. And thus allowing me to get back in to this place more easily if I have a reason to come back here and mess with this statue or something. Alright. We're done with that place. Let's go back and talk to Gratiana and sell some junk. Maybe I will sell off some wands. Hold on, let me look at the wand situation, the wand and staff situation. She's got a pair of poison wands. And a very nice water. The purging wand, super important. Seven to 8, 5 to 6. Nine to 10. If she's going to she could use these wands if she just wants to do pure wand damage. Does she really need a staff for anything? She can do fire, she can do water, she can do poison. I guess she might want one thing for air. The rest of these I could probably send to Ifan. And then Losa has a really powerful air staff and this really cool water staff with telekinesis, which she'll keep forever. But does she need any of these other crappy? Not really. Then I can take all of these crumbling skulls, put them into the coin purse. I can take all of these wands, add them to wares. He can sell all that stuff. And we can just fast travel back to the sanctuary.
This one might serve, but not for long.
He works on with a grim determination and does not look up.
Look how much wares I got now. He doesn't even have enough money for it all. Magical big two-headed warhammer. Plus 10% crit chance. Damn. I said, damn. At least nobody's wearing a bucket anymore. That's really the important thing. Longshank. I just have this one hatchet for 247 to sell.
What do you want?
Thank the goddess
Told
Armada.
you, lass. We
Not
had home in no time.
Gareth's back. Too late for the wounded. Not one of them lived to see him return.
He's only got 36 coins. How
You're
much you,
luckless.
Samadel?
Gareth's back.
11
And
coins.
he's going to get us out.
Alright, what about Feder, whom we changed back from being a pig? She was one of the burning pigs. Now she's a nice merchant lady.
Well, hello. May you walk with Armadia.
And she's got the gizzolds. So she's got what? The gizzolds. Maybe you might want to say that in a way that's an actual word. You know, the gizzolds. The gold. Yeah, the gold is a nice actual word. Kinds of nice rings. Belts. Dipped in brew. Welcome back, the respirator. Dipped in brew. How do you like the game so far? I like it a lot. Like it a lot. I have 13,000 gold. Yeah.
Bye now.
13,000 gold. And I've got lots of room for Larian stuff. Not lots of room for carrying stuff. Of course, each of these soul jars is 3 fucking kilograms. That's 12 kg right there. Just for those stupid things. Where are you currently at in game? I'm still on Fort Joy. I'm still on the starting island. I've pretty much explored it all. I just have this last little bit to do where the Shriekers are, and this tower, the Tower of Brachus Rex. That's where I'm going to go next, because that's the last place that I haven't been into. I've done everything else, everywhere else that I know of. I need to talk to Amadia real quick, though, right here, because I got her soul jar. Hey, lady. I kind of got your soul jar. What's the rest of my party? Why are you guys all standing up at the top of that ladder? Like, you've never walked down a ladder before?
It's my honor to serve you, sir.
Blessed Mother, bringer of magic,
You've done well so far.
I pray
Keep it up.
for these sorcerers.
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be
Give
sorry to
them
see
your
the back of
protection
these swamps.
as they search for the soul
Garrett's
jars
back.
in your name.
He's here to take
May
us
they
home.
hand? Have you found them? Did you bring the soul jars?
Let's see, I've got some options here. Been to the vault. I did find them. Yes, I did find them, but I have some questions. Yeah, the holy blessed water. Anytime Svain goes through there, he takes damage.
Questions? There is no time for questions. Just give me the jars.
You seem very keen to get your hands on these jars.
You don't understand. You couldn't understand. Please, I need it. Please give it to me.
Why are you so impatient? What are you hiding, Gratiana?
Hiding. Impatient.
She reaches up and tears off her mask, revealing a wet skull, stained by centuries.
Yum.
You stare into the empty eye sockets of the undead creature before you.
Shocker.
You dare speak to me of hiding? You dare speak to me of patience? I have waited centuries, watching lives come and go, while my soul lies locked in a cage. I have been patient enough. Return to me what is mine. Return my soul, you insolent pup!
I told you lies.
Well, until she started pulling all this fucking attitude with me, I was on her side. I was all about giving her stupid jar, but now she's really lipping off. I mean, you want to call me an insolent pup? I'll consider it.
Craven wretch! Do your duty, and return the jars to me.
All the jars, or just
See?
your jar?
We were afraid. We were so
Please,
afraid.
you must return the jar to me. You cannot understand the importance of this. You don't understand. You couldn't understand. Please, I need it. Please give it to me.
Fine, here's your stupid jar.
She reaches greedily for the jar, tearing the cap off. You see a green glowing light emerge from the jar, enveloping Gratiana.
By Armadia, I feel
Oh,
wet. Oh, goddess, I can feel your tears upon my face.
so is she back to life now? What happened to you?
I suppose you deserve to know. Before I knew Armadia's grace, I was a very different person. I was the concubine of Brachus Rex.
I feel wet. Yeah, some people are a little more happy when you complete their quest than others. Concubine of Brachus Rex. Okay, sure.
But more than his lover, I was his partner. I discovered his power to feed on the source of others, and I allowed it to... No, I made it happen.
So you did a bunch of hella evil shit, is what you're telling me. Why would you do such a thing?
You don't understand. No one understands. My heart held such fear, but with Brachus I was safe. He needed me, and I needed him. As his strength grew, so too did mine. There is nothing you cannot do when you sit on the lap of a powerful king. And I did it all. But power changes a man, as he changes his nation. Brachus grew paranoid, angry, murderous.
Well, must have been frightening to see him change like that.
I tried not to see it. I told myself it was fine, that the stronger he became, the stronger I was. What stupid lies. I gave him more and more, trying to win him back to me. I offered him the source of whole villages. He devoured them and demanded more. The lands outside were once green and beautiful, until I came. Until I turned them over to him. Now all's poison, and the dead are restless.
Well, whatever crimes you may have committed in your past, you seem to be making up for them now.
Armadia is merciful in her love.
Never mind. Just kidding. Of course I'm going to kill you, you undead abomination.
I found this shrine while hunting a band of wizards. I found the goddess weeping for her children, and I wept too.
I'm tempted to scoff at you, but in truth I do always like a good redemption story, so I'm glad you found your way.
She pauses for a moment. If she had eyes, you're sure she'd be wiping them.
Through Armadia I saw my sins, and I could bear it no longer. I threw myself from the cliff at the entrance. I tried to rid the world of my evil. But Brachus would not allow it. He brought me back from the Hall of Echoes, locked my soul away, and demanded my obedience. Even in death, he commanded me.
What was the Hall of Echoes like?
I spent far too little time there. It was a strange place, but there was peace. A peace I never knew before.
How did you save yourself from Brachus's hex?
Only when 2 source hunters ended his curse was I free.
That was in the first Divinity.
I have returned here and spent centuries trying to heal the pain I've caused. And now...
She drops the now empty soul jar to the ground, smashing it to pieces with her foot.
You have my thanks, brother.
He'll take care of us.
Thank you for your tale, and for trying to give a good life. Please don't turn back to evil, or I will have to chop you in half.
She starts to speak, but chokes back a sob instead.
Thank you. I can't... I've never known such kindness. Thank you for everything. May you walk forever in Armadia's grace.
Look, does this entitle me to a discount on your goods because... Oh, I get to choose a reward. It was all worth it. Journals are being updated. Alright, I get a fire arrow, some animal scales. What is this? This is just her junk. Okay, what do we got here? It's telekinesis gloves. I feel wet. Magical boots.
No time.
A summoning helmet. Or a venom rune. Let's take the summoning helmet.
Sweet mother, bringer of magic, hear my prayer. Bless their allies with the courage to do what is right. Sweet Armadia, mother of magic, hear my prayer.
Did you see?
What's her current helmet do?
Divine blessings.
He's here to take us
It's
home.
good to see Gareth safe and
Oh,
sound.
she needs 12 strength for this.
Take heart, lad.
Damn.
You're stronger than you know. Now that
That's a lot of strength.
Thank you. You were missed.
You've done well so far. Keep it up.
He could wear it, but
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
no. It doesn't make much sense. Is she ever going to even have that much strength?
Blessed Ahmad, grant these soldiers your protection.
It's peaceful here,
I pray you
but
will
I'll not be
strengthen
sorry
their
to see the back of these
Probably
and
not.
set their blades aflame. I pray you will bless their armor, so
I think I'll
no
just sell
curse
this.
may pass it. I pray you see them safe.
It seems these weapons are from an ancient era. They date from long before even the time of Brachus Rex. Really? They're that ancient, huh?
Gareth will know what to do.
We returned
He'll take care of
Gratiana's
us.
soul jar to her. She expressed deep gratitude for our help. Alright, well, we're getting through some quests now.
Finally get out of here, now that Gareth's returned.
My thanks, friend. I would say I owe you my life, but I owe you so much more.
You owe me a discount? Oh, I actually do get a discount.
Thank you, Gareth.
After I bought that
But
expensive
wait,
ring from her. So let's say I wanted to sell this sword. I could sell it to her for 118. Could sell this amulet for 158. Sell these res scrolls for 204.
I told you, lass, we had home in no time.
We'll go home. We'll be safe. We won't
Necklace
have
of
to
the
fear
Sun.
again.
Four.
I told you, lass, we had no time. We'll need them.
How much can I sell to this guy for?
He works on with a grim determination and does not look up.
192. So I could get like 14 more gold from the other lady because she likes me more. So I should sell stuff to her from now on in preference to selling to anyone else.
What do you want?
You see
Know
them
what to
safe.
do.
I pray
He'll take
this
care
in
of
your
us.
name.
It's peaceful here, but I'll not be sorry to see the back of these swamps.
Soon we'll be done here. Proud to have you at my side.
My thanks, friend. I would say I owe you my life, but I owe you so much more.
Okay. I'm in a good way here.
Divine blessings. It's good to see Gareth safe and sound.
Gareth's back.
Well. I think what I need to do next, I want to go grab some free source. And then what I want to do is come here and come up to here. The fuck you can't reach. Alright, you know what? Fine, just come up to the beginning of the maze. Okay, now you're just being stupid. All you need to do... You really can't reach? All you need to do is walk over here. Over here. Up this vine. Alright, I have plenty of those skulls. I'm just gonna open a path through here. See if I open that door and that door. No, wait. If I open this door and this door, and is there a door right there? And I think there's a door right there. It should be through, so I don't have to fuck around with all the flying.
The flames will burn me forever!
These skulls crumble to dust after one use.
Got plenty of skulls.
Please, help! The flames will burn me forever!
Alright, let's go this way. I'm about to fix this guy's situation as well.
Another skull crumbled to bits.
Because I figured out how to get rid of Hellfire.
Another skull crumbled to bits.
Alright, cool. And that takes us to the tower itself. I still have 2 more skulls if I need them.
Fire! It burns! It won't stop!
So in order to cure this guy's Hellfire, I need to put him into blessed blood. If you can believe that. A lot of fucking steam. So for example, let's say that I teleport him.
Please, help! The flames will burn me forever!
Onto that blood right there. And let's say
It's left me weak.
that I bless the blood.
You released me. How long have I
Worked.
waited for this moment?
It worked. How long have I waited for this moment? Wait, why is he talking to Fane, not me? Well, whatever. What did you do to deserve such a punishment?
A dry, rattling laugh rises from the figure's ancient gullet.
This was a reward for doing my duty, for fulfilling the wishes of one Brachus Rex. Do you know that name?
Yes, I've heard of him. I mean, literally every single person and statue and book and story on this entire island is all about Brachus Rex. We've literally heard his name about 200 times now. So yes, I think we've heard of him. No, it was my main character that blessed him. I think Fane was just the one that was standing the closest to him. You know that name, yes. I've heard of the Mad Sauce King and seen some of his handiwork around this place.
The figure nods grimly.
He did terrible things while trying to master Source, bend it to his will. I had a part in this, I must admit. Perhaps I deserve the flames.
What part did you play in this? Were you a necromancer? A practitioner of dark arts?
No, I was a scholar, a librarian. Brachus sought the secrets of Source, but he had no patience for sifting through ancient scrolls and tablets. I unearthed knowledge of a great power within those texts. A great and terrible power. One that Brachus coveted above all.
I wouldn't mind seeing some of these texts for myself. Where might they be?
The figure's ruined flesh curls into a scowl.
Long destroyed, surely. Brachus wanted no one to have that knowledge. He fed me to the flames so I'd keep my secret. He'd have no qualms about burning a few scrolls.
What was it that you discovered?
The figure slowly shakes his head.
I will not say. I spoke of it once, and was damned to eternal hellfire for it. Were I to speak of it again, I could damn the whole world.
Oh, it's been a long time. Brachus is gone. It can't hurt to say what it was that you sought.
Brachus must have failed. Had he not, the world as you know it would be gone. What I learned of could still be out there. I will not speak of it. I won't risk having another Brachus discovering it.
You know, I could always force you to tell me what you know.
How? Through violence? Oh, I've already suffered more than any would think possible. There is nothing more that you can do to me. My secret leaves this world with me.
Alright, I'm tired of listening to your riddles speak. I'm done here.
Good! Were I to say any more, I'd only put you in danger. Leave this awful place. Go live your life. Forget about all this. It is best left buried.
Oh, I fully intend to live my life. That is not... Wait, now there's a portal up there. So that must be the reward for cleansing him. It's that portal. Now we're thinking with portals. Oh, and here we are. Another crumbling skull. And another secret area. Oh, and another portal. This is back where we were. We've been over here to this skeleton. Where we want to get to is up there, where that chest is. Now we're up there. What's over here? What's in the chest? So now I have 3 extra skulls. Oh. Oh. What is up, son Gniff? You don't remember being here? You have to go through the portals in this maze to get to this crazy area, which is known... it doesn't say, but it's called something's domain or lair or realm. What's up, son Gniff? How you doing? Welcome, son. I got a helmet here that I'm not gonna wear. Okay, hold on. Let's leave this place. And let us exit this place. Yeah, see, when you go in here, it says the realm of Orobos. Orobos. Water arrow to feign. I sent this helm to Losa, but I don't think she'll actually wear it. I don't think anyone will. Check out this shield. Guardian Angel. 40 and 56 versus 25 and 34. On Poison resistance, inflict burning on contact. Now that's a sweet shield. So if I was going to switch back to one-hander and shield... Like not... No, not her. I could use this and this. That'd be my new shield. Rawr. And that'd be me. But I think I'm gonna stick with my axe for now. And get rid of this other shield though. Yeah, I've seen you here before, and Sun has hosted me lots of times. And I have hosted him. Hosting has happened. Both sides. Alright. Now that we've dealt with that situation, we can come back over here and we can enter the Tower of the Necromancer. Where bad and scary things will happen. Bad and scary things.
Do you ever wonder if your lizard empire still stands?
I need not wonder. The Empire abides, never straying from its course. It is eternal as we. Verily,
recognize these names?
Speak as I do, and my great house, the house of
These
trade,
three necromancers, I have their soul jars. I'm carrying them on me. So I think that will make things very interesting when I go to speak to them. When I say, hey, guess what? I have your soul jars. And what's up with this door?
I need to get clever with this lock.
I'm pretty clever. Picked it. Let's not open it yet, though. So I could completely bypass them right now. And just go in here. Go straight in here where I picked this lock already. It just bypassed the necromancers.
Curse that court unit.
Because they look pretty tough. They're all level 7.
Speak only truth and he admitted
Doesn't look like an easy fight.
Yes, you did.
But I probably don't even need to fight them at all since I have their...
The dance macabre. Yes, I recall.
I think I could even destroy their soul jars in combat.
Travel to. Yes. But what about... Yes. And? Please, shut up.
We encountered a number of undead beings sealed in an underground vault.
As you enter the room, you see 3 skeletons sitting around a table, cards in hand. They creak and turn to stare at you.
A beating heart. Does Brackus need us once more, jailer? Are we finally to be freed?
I'm not your jailer. I have nothing to do with your imprisonment.
You're not one of Brackus's brood. You're not Gratiana's pet. Then why do you disturb us?
The flesh yearns for our secrets. Did I not say that word would spread of our genius?
Even after the maggots took your tongue, you still talk too much. Silence your jaw.
Yes, yes. Tell me more about your genius.
You pretend you have never heard of the progeny of Rask? Of the devilish weapons I crafted for Brachus Rex when I called him Lord?
Devilish weapons. Are you behind the Shriekers?
Shriekers? Do not mock me, Flesh. I would never be so crude and inelegant.
You mean you'd never create something that effective? Your weapons work by boring people to death.
My weapons are without equal. They would tear through those crucified beasts like a babe's scream.
Why were you making weapons, exactly?
More than mere weapons. Traps, purging wands, war wagons, every tool Brachus needed to bend the world to his will.
And the torture chambers. Brachus loved them beauties. Not quite as much as Gratiana did mind. You should have seen her face when she landed us in them.
I'll never forget the smile she wore as we died, and our spirits sealed away in those soul jars.
Is there any way to free you from your curse?
Destroying the soul jars that bind us here. There is no other way.
Just curious, what if some pickpocketing were to occur while you're having this conversation? Sneaking failed. They've all got overlapping vision cones with each other. There's no way to sneak up on any of them and pick their pocket. Alright, back up.
But beware. They are found in a distant treasure vault, guarded by traps of a cunning not seen by your babe's eyes, and...
By the horns of Balmerith, you design one reasonable trap and won't shut up about it for centuries.
And thine were better? Couldst thou have brought forth such cunning use of light?
Oh, he created the illusionary bridges and stuff.
Oh, mine did not constantly disintegrate the laborers building them.
The fault was in thine zombies. The worms in your skull follow instruction better than they.
Wait, Brachus hid your souls in a vault, guarded by traps which you designed.
Ever the joker, that man. We design a vault of brilliant cunning and he hides our soul jars in it. As for us, we get a tower with gargoyles, tough walls, and a tougher lock.
We have spent centuries trying to escape this tower, but our power was too weak. There was no hope of freedom.
Getting in this tower was really easy, I just want you guys to know.
At least until your gorgeous self opened the door. Now we just need the source from your pretty little corpse, and then we're free.
Wait, maybe we can talk about this.
I've had 1,000 years of chatter. No, honey, it's time for action.
So apparently they want to fight me. But I think this could go a whole other way. I'm curious about something, though. Suppose I take this... Well, let me see something real quick. Suppose I wanted to do this right here and now. In the middle of combat. It says no. Okay. Now hold on. I want to do this a different way. I'm sure I could easily defeat them if it's just 3 of them. I mean, I'll fight them if I have to. But I'd rather reap the reward of actually having their soul jars. This is not the save I wanted to load. This is the save I wanted to load.
As you enter the room, you see three
beating heart. You're not one of
the flesh.
Even after the maggots took your tongue, you still talk too much. Silence your jaw.
Gratiana, you mean the priestess that I met in the sanctuary?
That wench, a priestess. She's no more godly than the mites in my skull.
I've never seen a more treacherous smile than on her full, voluptuous lips.
Canst thou think of nothing else? How many centuries have I endured hearing you remember your conquests?
Hey, at least I didn't have to raise mine.
Whoa.
That was naught but a whisper on the wind. A vile rumor.
Could you get back on track?
Oh, it coughs.
I will not sit by as it breathes thus. It mocks us with the very air passing twixt its lips.
the shambling creatures lay down their cards and push back their chairs.
Indeed, but we'll soon put an end to that. And then, freedom.
If you think Brachus was bad, then you should see my curses.
Worse than this? Can such a thing be true?
Thou art fortunate. When I still wore scales, I would have cut you down without a thought. But time brings perspective, and perspective brings mercy. You are permitted to live, Magus.
How's about a trade? Our deaths for your life? You walk out of here and leave us your word that you'll destroy our soul jars.
All right, fine. I'll end your suffering.
Trusting flesh to do bones work? It seems foolish, but very well. Mark the location thus, and do not disappoint us.
Got any fives?
Well, I've got those soul jars.
They crumbled to nothing centuries before.
Why are you still here? You have a vault to uncover and a soul jar to destroy.
Tell me more about Gratiana.
The skeleton turns and spits, producing a gob of dust that wafts slowly to the ground.
Brachus's whore, and more besides. She helped his rise to power, feeding him the source of the innocent as she went.
She were a canny lass, no question. Treacherous and deceitful. She could lie better than any.
She murdered countless innocents. Women, children, families, towns. Her blood ran colder than mine.
What was Brachus Rex doing here?
This island was a research facility. Safe place for him to research and for us to test his weapons.
You didn't never see him without a book in his hand, always reading about some ancient race. He weren't the sharing kind, but he found something good in there.
The results of his research allowed us to recreate Persian ones based on an ancient design he found. Much of our research was built off that which went before.
He was convinced that great ancient knowledge lay in this land. Greater intellects than mine. The fool's madness knew no bounds.
Where can I find the soul jars, besides in my own backpack?
They be in the treasure vault. It's hidden better than most. Tucked away on a beach, west of here.
The entrance was one of mine. Beautiful little thing, if I say so myself. It's built into the cliffs of this fort, but you'll uncover it if your gaze is keen.
The entrance is crude. Hidden in a vile little cove. It requires no intellect, merely chance. A puzzle only to imbeciles. My devices are much more elegant.
You say so.
Why are you still here? You have a vault.
Got any fives?
As you enter the room, you see three skeletons.
Another cadaver? Clearly we were not the only ones to suffer Brachus's wrath.
The more your skull clacks, the less sense you make, Rask. Use your sight. He's drenched in sauce.
Aye, and sporting a face with more gems than you've mites. Brachus would see us made emperors before he locks away a prize like that. You a jailer then, darling? Here to keep an eye socket on these old bones?
You look like you've been locked down here for centuries.
Aye, sounds about right. It's more than a moon cycle, and just shy of an eon, for sure. But I ain't been keeping track.
The human undead leans in, studying you suspiciously.
You're not one of Brachus's brood. You're not Gratiana's pet. Then why do you disturb us?
The creature yearns for our secrets. Did I not say that word would spread of our genius?
Even after the maggots took your tongue, you still talk too much. Silence your jaw.
You've been here for far too long. What holds you to this place?
The vile magic of the soul jar binds us here. We cannot die, but nor can we live.
Our souls are lashed to this plane, never to enjoy the rest of the Hall of Echoes. It ain't the afterlife I had planned, if I'm honest. I was sure there'd be more drinking.
I'll take my leave then.
Leave? You stand between us, the door to freedom. Pray, friend, why would we let you leave?
Sorry, sweet pea, but it's a fair point. We may need your source, but the good news is you'll make a beautiful corpse.
Wait, I could destroy your soul jars and free you.
Your promise.
So I can still get in a fight with them if I talk to them with Fane, even after I've talked to them and made an agreement with them with the other guy. Interesting. Interesting. So I guess talking to them with the other characters, not a good idea. Not a good idea.
As you enter the room,
You're not one of Brachus's brood.
The flesh.
Even after the maggots took your tongue, you still talk too much. Silence your jaw.
That wench.
I've never.
Canst thou?
Hey, at least.
That was naught but a whisper on.
Oh,
I will not.
the shambling.
indeed. But worse than.
Thou art for. But time.
I was about a trade.
Trusting.
Got any?
Why are you still here? This island was.
You didn't never.
The results of his.
He was convinced.
The skeleton.
Brachus's.
She were.
She murdered Count.
They be in.
The entrance.
The entrance is cruel.
Why are you still here? You have a.
Got any?
So I have the soul jars, but now I can't do
Why are
anything
you still here?
with
You
them
have a-
with this. I guess I just need to actually destroy the soul jars right here and now.
Here, did I ever tell you of the time I cursed that court union?
The pictograms on the jar stand fixed and still.
What happens? Well, let's just smash it.
You see a shape emerge from the ruins of the broken jar, a lizard in the finest necromancer robes. It grudgingly nods at you as it starts to fade from the mortal realm.
Yes.
Oh, it just obliterated him.
Yes. And please shut
The
up.
jar seems quieter now. It sits still. The jar shatters like glass, but a spirit rises from the shards like smoke. The ghost of a dwarf, bedecked in necromancer robes, winks and blows you a kiss before slowly fading to nothing.
Yes.
So now that I've destroyed two of them,
My death waits.
what happens if I talk to her now?
Why are you still here? You have a.
She acts like nothing has happened. Okay, that's fine. Let's destroy the last one.
The jar stands before you. A human spirit slips from the ruins of the jar. Decked in necromancer robes, she turns to you, bows, and starts to fade away to nothing.
Eternal thanks, young one. Oh, timely death.
XP. Another quest solved. We destroyed the soul jars. The undead can no longer revive themselves. Okay. That's dealt with, and now I can loot their bodies. Filthy iron key. A large ancient key made of sturdy iron. Over time it has become encrusted with filth, but surely its usefulness remains. Are these decks of cards worth anything? No. I'm gonna keep one deck of cards. Just in case. He's got nothing. Wonder if they have loot if you kill them. Like, for real kill them. Wouldn't make any sense that they have loot in one way, but they don't have loot in the other way, right? because they don't have any loot. Then there's... Oh, I see. This isn't like a door over here. This is just a dead end. If you want to... This doesn't look like it leads to anything. If you want to, proceed in here, you've just got to go through these doors. Looks like we've got quite a bit of stuff here. All right. Let me just end this episode here. If you're watching on Twitch, watching the stream right now, don't go anywhere because I'm not done streaming. If you're watching on YouTube, this episode's now over, so thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Divinity Original Sin 2.